Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. I'm back home.
I know, Toronto. Yes.
Born and raised.
All right, now we are definitely going to get into talking about Top Chef and the path that got you there a little bit later on. But first, you are an amazing recipe writer and cook.
Thank you. I love to cook. I love to eat.
Yes, I know.
I think we have that in common.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
I'm really excited because we're gonna bake something up today. So what are we making?
It's intimidating baking with you, but I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it.
Okay.
So we're making something that I make kind of all different seasons, but it felt a little bit Canadian.
Yeah.
Does everyone know what a bumbleberry pie is?
Yes. So good.
And you know, it's funny, it's really a Canadian thing. I didn't realize that when I moved to the States that no one knows what bumbleberries.
Okay.
So we're gonna make bumbleberry upside down cake.
Oh my gosh. I love an upside down cake.
Me too. It's so satisfying.
It's so satisfying, and they're very unassuming. When you take it out of the oven, you're like, oh, it's plain, and then you flip it, and you're like, oh, no, it's not. Yeah.
And I do use this similar recipe in different seasons. You can use apples or peaches in the summer, apples in the winter, pears, everything. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
Are you ready?
Okay, perfect.
Okay. I have a little butter that I'm melting in a cast iron skillet. I really like making this in a cast iron skillet. I think it'll really hold everything together.
Okay, perfect.
And to it, I'm just gonna add a little bit of lemon juice. You can give it a stir there if you want.
I love the addition of the lemon. It'll cut through things, too. Also help a bit with the pectin.
You want, exactly. It helps with the pectin, and it also just gives that balance of tart and sweet. This is just sugar.
Okay, already I'm into this recipe.
You need some sugar. And then a little salt, which you also need, right, to balance the sweetness.
Totally.
And it helps everything get cooking. And then I have all of my berries. For some reason, bumbleberries are or when you call a bumbleberry mixture, there's never strawberries. It's always usually blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, which I love. I mean, I love a strawberry, but this is it's a darker vibe.
It's more of those like the ones that you can easily pick off and eat. The spiny bush berries.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Where they kind of hurt when you're,
okay, so I've just added a little more lemon zest to this. I love lemon zest in everything because it's not tart, it's fragrant.
Yeah, it tastes like how a lemon should taste without that zip.
So aromatic. And I'm just gonna take my berries, and I'm gonna just drop them in here. Now, just sort of move them around so that they're even. You can take it off the heat.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, already this smells amazing.
Sometimes if the blackberries are really big, you can cut them in half.
Okay.
You just want to make one really even layer so that they cook smoothly and evenly at the top of the cake, or what will become the top of the cake.
Yes, I love this.
Okay, off the heat, and then we're gonna go over here and make the batter.
Okay.
So I have already butter and sugar in my stand mixer that I have left for a few minutes to fluff up. Ooh, don't want to get it too fast. Okay, and I'm gonna crack 2 eggs, one at a time.
This is the thing. I think when you're creaming everything together, that the eggs are liquidy. They're very watery, so getting them to mix in and emulsify with that butter is key.
Exactly.
Yeah, before you add them all.
And now you also want to do it exactly one at a time, so you have a chance to incorporate each one.
Totally.
Do this carefully so that you're not getting egg all over
I was like, you're playing fast and loose. I love the fact that we're just cracking them straight in.
I don't know if anyone's ever said I'm playing fast and loose, but I like it. I like it. And then a little bit of vanilla.
Perfect.
It's gonna go in with it. I've got some more lemon zest. You see a theme here.
Yes.
The more, the merrier.
Honestly, lemon is one of my favorite flavors. And in a dessert.
Cake, to me, is amazing.
Totally.
So I've got I've got everything going, and then I'm gonna do my dry mixture. So I have flour. I'm gonna put together baking powder and soda and salt.
Okay, perfect.
Dump that in, give it just a quick whisk.
I love this. I love a cake, too, that you don't have to sift. I hate sifting.
Yes, me too. Sifting's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain in the butt,
Right? Okay, you're gonna help me out here. This is buttermilk, which will give that beautiful balance of acidity to the cake as well. And we're gonna alternate. So I'm gonna carefully do kind of like a third of the flour. And then if you wanna do
about
like
half of that.
Ooh, keep that going. That's good, that's good. I need my spatula to make sure that I don't make a mess. Another third. And then if you want to put the rest of the buttermilk.
Now, this helps with making sure that cake stays nice and tender, right? It doesn't overproduce that gluten.
And we don't want to overmix it, to your point, either, right? So then I'm going to put the rest of the flour right in. Did I miss it?
Listen, this buttermilk smells so good. I love buttermilk.
Me too.
It's one of my fave ingredients, for sure.
And that's really it.
Okay.
Turn it off. You don't want to overmix, as I said, and you've got your batter.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lovely texture. It's nice and creamy.
It smells, the vanilla and lemon together smells so bright and springy and summery.
I agree. All right, so I've got my bowl here.
Bowl ready to go.
And I'm just gonna spread it right over my cake. Is everyone following me here, people?
We're on board.
Everyone's alive?
Everyone is hungry.
Yes.
I feel like I was talking to them earlier.
Good, me too, actually. This is actually like a great breakfast cake.
Yes.
It's healthy, there's berries,
I agree.
Antioxidants. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it here, and you don't have to worry too much about making it too thick. Thank you, yeah, offset spatula. And it will really spread out beautifully because of this texture of the batter. I'm gonna...
The thing, nicely done, I love this energy. The thing that I love about an upside down cake too is that you get that crispy golden brown top, but then it almost steams from the bottom. So it's a little like puddingy.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
There's so much juiciness down below.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it like this because it will absolutely spread out.
Perfect.
Go like that.
I love that.
And then it's gonna go in a pan. This isn't too hot.
Here, I got
Or
you.
on a pan, excuse me.
Just in case it boils over.
That's exactly right.
Okay, perfect. I got the oven for you.
Into the oven. Wow, we're a good
I
team,
know, this is really
Mary.
exciting. I'm having a great time cooking with you. It smells ridiculous in here. It
does.
I am so excited.
Gets me every time.
Yes, and the thing I love the most about an upside down cake is right now, this looks beautiful, golden brown.
Sure.
But unassuming.
There's so much more.
There's so much more. Now, we're gonna do a bit of a reveal.
Yes.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Well, here's the thing when you make an upside down cake on national television. Anything can happen.
Yes.
So we have no idea how this is gonna go.
No.
That's sort of what's so exciting about doing an upside down cake.
Yeah.
Because even if you're doing it for your guests at home, there's just like a moment of truth.
Yeah.
So bear with me, Canada.
Okay, we've got this, we've got this.
All right,
Okay.
so first you want to use an oven mitt. Thank you. I've warmed it up. I let the whole thing cool, by the way.
Okay.
And then I gently warmed up the bottom because you're letting it cool, make sure the juices and the pectin will solidify on the cake.
Totally.
And then when you warm up a little bit, it'll just like loosen the bottom so that it's not too sticky.
Fingers crossed.
I think I actually have to do it with this hand,
This
weirdly.
hand? Okay, I love this.
I don't know why I felt like, oh God,
Oh, God.
ready?
I got you, I got you, I got you.
I got it,
Okay.
I think I got it. I got it, I got it,
Okay,
I got it.
you got it. That was amazing. Okay, she's out, she's out. Oh! Gail, that was glorious. Look at this cake. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
How it's like juicy and dark, and there's tons of berries just baked right in. A little bit of whipped cream. Should we plate it up?
Yes, let's plate her up.
You know what? I'm
and
gonna
we'll
move it over here.
Okay, perfect. I love this. Here, we'll switch sides.
Yes.
Also, the new smell that happens when you flipped it, out of control.
Yes, the
Berry City.
berries.
Yes, that bumbleberry.
There's so many dimensions.
Yeah,
to the
and
cake.
again, the top of it is nice and soft and ooey, and then the bottom's got that crisp to it too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's a stunner. That is a stone cold stunner.
I'm gonna
Do a little bit of icing
a
sugar.
little bit of icing sugar. I can do it on the whole cake. But
Do you know what's great about icing sugar? Even if you flip it out and it doesn't go well, icing sugar covers everything.
It covers everything. It's genius.
That is beautiful.
Would you like some whipped cream?
I would love some. Gail, come on. Yes, but of course.
do that.
Oh my gosh, that is stunning.
Warm. It's probably gonna slide.
Perfect.
Okay. Take your slice and I'll cut my
Thank you.
own.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Gail.
You're very welcome.
This is a treat. I'm so excited. Gail Simmons made a cake. What
I
a delight.
did.
Yeah.
I did. It's so fun. I love this cake.
Oh my gosh. Again, perfect for summer, perfect for spring. An absolute delight. All right, now what you do when you have cake is you go and you sit down and you have a chat. Does that sound right?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
perfect. Let's
ready.
do it. Okay. Okay. So before we get into this, I think we should give this a taste.
Let's do it.
Cheers to you. Welcome
Mary
back
Berg's
to Canada.
judging my cake
I'm so
right
excited.
now.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you're right.
On. Oh my gosh.
There's like a bit of a puddingness right at the place where the berries meet the cake.
Meet the cake. It's like cake from the bottom, then a little bit of pudding, and then jam. Oh my gosh, this is a fantastic cake. That's a total showstopper. So good, Gail. Now, I am really excited. So we're gonna chat about just like you as a human person
Sure, I'm
and
a
your
human
journey.
person.
Yes, I love it. So we're gonna go back in time a little bit for when this all kind of started for you. Now, food was always part of your life growing up. I mean, your dad is a big food guy. Your mom taught cooking classes and wrote food columns and things like that. But I heard when you were around 21 and when you were younger, you just were like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make my own, kind of do something different.
Well, I think that every young person, when they come of age and consider themselves adult, don't want to be told that they're just like their parents.
100%. People always tell me I look like my mom, and I'm like, I love it now, but when I was 16, I hated it.
People always told me I look just like my dad,
Yeah.
and I do. But when I was, 14, that was like telling me I look like a man
Yeah.
who was this like old guy that I didn't not. Get.
And you're
I would
like, I'm my
cry
own
and run out of the
person.
room, right? And my mother wrote a column for the Globe and Mail.
Yeah.
She taught cooking classes in our home growing up. And so the idea of working with food or cooking to me was like what she did, and I wanted to separate myself. I wanted to be my own person, and I also wanted to feel like fate was in my control.
Yeah.
Sure enough, when I graduated college, I came home and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I told my parents, I had started to really cook and write restaurant reviews for my university paper.
Yeah, at McGill, right?
At McGill.
Yeah.
I wrote for the McGill Tribune and I started writing restaurant reviews and I thought it was so cool and very glamorous. You know, at the like dives that we would eat at in college, in university. So that's my American coming out.
The college, not calling it university. Yeah.
Anyway, I came home and I told my parents, I think I want to be a food writer, as if it was this novel thing that my mother had never heard of.
Yeah.
And all of her friends were like, oh, you're just like your mom.
Yeah.
And that just crushed me at the time because of all those factors. Meanwhile, my mom was like, I think you should be a lawyer.
Yeah, yeah.
And here we are.
And here we are. That's the thing. I think that's so amazing. You didn't know where you were going to end up, and you kind of end up where a lot of people thought you would start. But that's the beautiful thing about the journey of life, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And also, when I decided that I wanted to pursue a career in food and writing and cooking, you know, this was 25 years ago. I was only 7. I was a prodigy, obviously. There weren't the scope of opportunities that there are now, right? Food Network was in its real infancy.
Yeah.
There were food magazines. There were some city magazines and newspapers with food sections. But that was it, especially in Canada. I felt like, you know, there was only 3 or 4 opportunities there.
Totally.
And now the world of food has just obviously exploded with social media and the internet and just so many more avenues to do that. So at the time, it felt very novel.
Yeah.
And I think my mother was also afraid that I would never be able to make a career in it.
I mean, yeah,
because she knew how hard it was.
Because she knew how hard she had to work.
Yeah.
100%. Now, jumping back, you mentioned you went to school at McGill in Montreal.
Yes.
Montreal is one of my personal favorite food cities.
It's incredible. I tell people all over the world that Montreal is one of the great, like top 5 food cities in the world.
100%. It's so
question.
good. So if you and I, say we're going out, we're in Montreal, you and I, where are we going?
Oh, I've got a list for you.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I married a Montrealer in New York, and my mom's family is all from Montreal, so I still go back there a lot, and we really do try to get out and eat out. I mean, I would take you for breakfast at Arthur's. I would take you for lunch at Lawrence. I would take you for dinner at Van Le Pen or Beba.
Okay.
Or the chef from Van Le Pen just opened this amazing rotisserie chicken place, but it is super glamorous. Like, it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Called La Lune.
That's amazing. Now, let's talk a little bit about the path that actually led you into the world of Top Chef.
Sure.
So you, as you said, wrote a food column for McGill. You went to university in New York for food.
Well, I went to culinary school.
Oh, you went to culinary school.
Yes. I spent a year at culinary school, and then I cooked in restaurants as a young cook in New York. Yeah.
And then that led you into a gig at Food and Wine magazine.
Yes,
which
eventually,
also,
a few jobs later, thank you.
The issue that just
I
published
just
in Canada.
went back.
Yes.
It's amazing. I worked for Food and Wine for 15 years. I left a few years ago, but I still remain close with them. And because of Top Chef Destination Canada this season that just launched, Food and Wine asked me to come back and guest edit an all Canada issue of the magazine.
Yeah, it's so cool. That's amazing.
And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's been such a year of like full circle moments, being able to 25 years later come back to Canada and really rediscover it for the show.
So cool.
So I came to the show because I was at Food and Wine.
So how did that happen? You were working at a food magazine and then somehow end up on like the biggest culinary cooking competition.
We didn't know that was going to happen, right? That was not a given.
You were not assuming 22 seasons later you'd still be here? Yeah.
It was more like my editor and publisher were like, go do a screen test for this crazy idea that Bravo has for a television show. And I had a full-time job at the magazine, so they were like on a lark.
Yeah.
It could be really fun. It's about discovering the next kind of generation of young chefs in the country, and you can represent the show and be one of the judges. And at the time, just to date myself terribly, there were no food competitions in existence. The only one sort of like it was Iron Chef Japan.
Yes, not Iron Chef America, Iron Chef the original.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had no point of reference, and I was like, you want me to do what? My mother's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I went on the screen test and I got the job, and we moved to San Francisco for 3 weeks to shoot that very first season. And we had no idea what we were doing. And my idea, just like going to culinary school in New York, where I thought I'd go to culinary school, then I'd come back to Toronto and get a job in Toronto and live here.
Yeah.
And I never left New York 25 years ago. I went on this first season of Top Chef. We made this show. It took 3 weeks. I went back to my job at Food and Wine. And I was like, okay, that was fun. That was cool. I didn't think I'd ever do it again.
Yeah.
And that was 20 years ago, and we're still doing it.
That
Never
is
could have imagined.
amazing. Like, what a kismet, what a spin. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely fantastic. Well, I am so pumped about this new season of
Me
Top
too.
Chef
It's just-
Destination Canada.
Come home.
Yes, showing your work family where your actual family
Yes,
is.
you know, it's funny you say that because that's absolutely what I keep saying.
Yeah.
That's really how it felt. I felt a lot of pressure at first.
Yeah.
That we have a big crew at this point. We're about 150 people. And bringing them all to Canada, and I was going to be responsible. Like, what happens? Am I going to get blamed if it's not, blame Canada?
Yeah.
If it's not going to be great, and it's great.
That is so great, Gail. Now, since we both love food, cooking food, making food, I do have like a little bit of a rapid fire food thing for you. Is that cool? You ready?
Yes, I'm up.
Okay,
I'm
let's
ready
do
for
this. Okay, first dish you learned to cook.
Scrambled eggs.
Yes.
But I used to make them for my parents on a double broiler for some reason, I think because they didn't want me to burn or hurt myself, so gentle cooking. But I would force them to eat it, and I would put the most ridiculous things in it, like cinnamon, raisins, and cilantro. Like, no one wants to eat that.
No, my first thing, I made cornflakes with water because I wasn't old enough to pour the milk yet.
Oh, yeah.
My mom made it. It was delicious, delish.
Yes.
Favorite kitchen gadget?
Maybe the offset spatula.
I love an offset and a mini offset for me.
Mini everything. Mini offset spatula and mini rubber or silicone spatulas. I have a collection of tiny spatulas in my home.
I love this.
They're so useful.
They're so useful for jars. I love it. Favorite condiment?
Mustard. All the way.
Oh my
100%.
gosh. We make, Canada grows the most mustard. We give all our mustard goes to France to make mustard.
Right, that's exactly right. And I'm obsessed particularly with the mustard at the St. Lawrence Market.
Oh my gosh, Pulsic's so good.
I smuggle it back. Because they might not even have mustard. What if they don't have as good enough mustard? I need my Coslic's mustard.
100%. Now, Gail, there is a point in every episode of Top Chef. My husband and I are like huge Top Chef fans.
Thank you, I'm honored.
It's so good. But there's a point every single episode when we get into the judges table.
Yes.
And there is this jib sweep of the set, and you are getting into like your mean mugging face. You are like ready to judge, and you do
Very
this.
serious.
It's so serious, and we literally, one of us isn't on the couch. We're like, it's about to happen. You gotta come see it.
Yep, it's actually a very calculated shot.
Is it? Okay.
I like the term mean mugging. We call it war face.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
You know, it's like the generals at the war table.
Yes.
It's sort of a holdover from the inception of reality television, where we always had to be so serious. We can be a lot looser now and have more of a conversation, but we always start with Warface.
Warface. Okay, so can you give me like what are some of the things about Warface? Like I feel like I do some judging too. So.
I'm usually sitting, so my arms are a little higher, but it's hard to do because you're going to want to laugh now.
Okay.
There's a
okay.
seriousness.
I'm very good at that.
Sometimes I have to put my tongue at the roof of my mouth so that I don't laugh.
Okay.
And what I like to do, that the contestants tell me, freaks them out, which is why I like it.
Yeah.
Is that I love like absolute eye contact.
Oh.
And that if they're there, sometimes we do a sweep when they're not yet in the room 100%. To get the safety, but when they come in and we just have to be still and serious. Everyone looks past each other.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look.
You find someone and look them right in the eye?
Yes,
that's
because
terrifying.
it scares them, and also, I don't know, I feel like then there's like a real connection, like it's real. It's not just doing it for the camera.
100%. Okay, so I
practice?
I
You
thought
wanna do it?
I think we actually just might try it. Are you down to show the mean mug and then I'm gonna give it a go?
We need like the sweeping music.
Listen, cue the music and dim the lights, everybody. We're doing it. Okay, you ready? Gail, go. Gail's doing hers. Look at that! That is majestic! Oh my gosh! That was epic. Okay.
Oh, it's so silly.
I bet you I cannot do it, but I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, cool. Is everyone ready to see a very scary version of Mary? Let's do it. Okay. I'm not good at it, no.
You wanna laugh now.
I know! That was honestly a dream. I got to meet Mago with Gail Simmons. What a thrill. Gail, thank you so much for joining us
It's
today.
my pleasure.
This was delightful. You two guys on the new season of Top Chef. Thank you. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.